Hey Bengals, it's Jamie Webster with the College of Ed. This week we are sitting down with Aaron Todd from the Office of Academic Ed Advising because it is almost time to register. Schedule opened up this week so you can view it. So let's see what Academic Advising has to say. Hey Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Excellent. You're fairly new to the Bengal community. You've only been here, what, a little over a year now, right?
1 year and about 1 week.
1 year and 1 week. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why did you come to ISU?
Sure, thanks for asking. So I've been here, like I mentioned, 1 year, 1 week. Came most recently from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I was working with pharmacy students in the student affairs capacity, but really wanted to get back into academic advising because that's kind of where my higher education roots were. When this position came open, which was rare for a position to come open during a pandemic, I really jumped at it just because I'd never lived out west. I've lived a few different places, but the opportunity to come to an outdoor playground like Pocatello, I just went for it.
Just went for it. I totally understand that. And you're an outdoorsy guy too, so this is like perfect for you.
Yeah, the beard is a little bit of a facade, but I do love the outdoors, kayaking, hiking, and we're really in the bullseye to get to a lot of that around here.
We've got some great spots around here for all of that, so excellent. So schedule is now viewable, and registration starts on November 8th with class registration, and we have an event coming up called Ready to Roar, or Roar into Registration. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
That's right. Roar into Registration takes place November 15th through the 19th, so it's actually a week after registration opens. We want students to register when they can register, so seniors, November 8th, I mean, get after it. Registration for the different credit hour days will start at 7 a.m. this year, which is a difference from previous years. Usually it opens up at midnight, but this year it'll start at 7 a.m. And so we hope to get a majority of our students registered in that first week.
Before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving is ideal. But Roar into Registration is kind of an effort to increase those numbers of students that are registered before Thanksgiving. A traditional moving from the fall to spring semester, we only have about 63% of our student population registered at that time. We really want to jump up 70–80%, help students navigate any holds that they might have with the university. And so Roar into Registration will take place in the Quad Lounge of the Student Union. It's kind of a one-stop shop where we'll have some giveaways for students that have registered for classes. Benny the Bengal, Doodles the Chick-fil-A cow might be in the house. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're planning to make this an event and a lot going on in a centralized area where students can kind of get in with an advisor and register for classes. So our goal by the end of that week, November 19th, is to have really 70 or 75% of our population registered compared to kind of the low 60s that we've seen in recent years.
That would be amazing. Now what about our students, because education, we're out at Twin Falls, we're in Idaho Falls, we're online, we got Meridian, we got students up in Anchorage. How can some of our distance students take advantage of these raffles and giveaways?
Absolutely. So again, first week of registration, get after it. But the 15th to the 19th, there will be Roar into Registration events on the Meridian and Idaho Falls campus. In Idaho Falls, it'll take place in the Student Union and the Student Services office. And then up in Meridian, those folks are going to have some promotion and visibility kind of in their offices as well, being a smaller campus compared to Pocatello. But we're going to send them the same swag to be able to recognize students for taking care of their business, getting their class schedule, and getting set for the spring of 2022.
Absolutely. And getting registered early gives you something to talk about at Thanksgiving when you're hanging out with all your family and they're like, hey, what are you taking next semester?
It does, it does. Good dinner fodder on that Thursday. I grew up in Michigan, so I get to watch the Detroit Lions lose every year, and so that's exciting. But we're hoping to get students registered by then, not only for that great Thanksgiving conversation, but man, if you register on time as early as possible, you have the most control over days and times, maybe some favorite instructors that you want. So there's really, the benefit is for the students to register in a timely fashion.
Excellent, excellent. What would be your one piece of advice to students aside from registering, but just students in general?
Yeah, I like to look at Idaho State as a campus that's big enough to matter and small enough to care. And so you can have access to people pretty easily. You know, if you're in the College of Education, Jamie here is, at your service, and has an open door policy. And we have advisors across all of our advising units that are there to be a go-to Bengal for students. And so we want students showing up. It is a challenge sometimes for a new student, especially to ask for help. But this is a freakishly nice place where people really do want to help you. And so my advice to students is, you know, even if you have to break the ice through an email, don't be afraid to ask for help, because I know I work with a lot of academic advisors that are super excited to serve students. That's why they're in the gig, and that's what they signed up for, to not only work at ISU, but to work in an advising profession like this. It's a super positive profession. I mean, every 30 minutes, Jamie Webster has an opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, and I think that's the cool thing about academic advising. So yeah, that advice is just ask questions, and show
reach
up.
out, and don't be afraid to say something to us, because we're here to help you. Okay, fun question.
Okay, I like fun.
You like fun?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Would you be able to survive the zombie apocalypse?
Probably not. One, I don't watch enough zombie shows to know like best practices to survive said apocalypse. I tend to run away from things that scare me. So I'd probably be one of the, if I were in the movie, I'd be probably the first to go.
First to go. I'm right there with you,
Yeah.
first to go. So, any last minute words for our viewers today?
No, this is just super excited. I'm super excited to be here, and thanks for asking me to come over and just talk about academic advising and registration. It's a topic near and dear to my heart.
To both of our hearts.
Go
Yeah.
Bengals.
Bengals.
There's so many closing speeches that I didn't write that I want to share with you today, but maybe
No worries,
next year.
I got you here.
That's right.
Hey Bengals, that's it for this week. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you soon.